Hello guys, welcome back. My name is Nathan and today I'm going to be predicting and previewing the gold medal game for the 2020 World Juniors between Canada and Team Russia. Now the 2020 World Juniors Golden Game is set between Canada and Team Russia, and it's setting up to be one of the best games, if not the best game of the tournament. So when it comes to this next game, the final game of the tournament, how do I see it going, and what should we all look out for in this one? Watch till the end for all my predictions and preview news, and of course subscribe if you're new. Now starting us off, obviously being the Golden Game, even just being the game of the tournament, the final game, there's going to be a ton of great storylines to watch out for in this one that will make this game one of the best of the tournament. Now Russia, last time they faced Canada, obviously got that 6-0 thwomping, and Canada did not look all that great. That was the game also that Alexis Lafreniere was injured, and it was also the game that Barrett Hayton had the whole helmet controversy. That was the big story of the past week. Now the Russian players will seek to have revenge, not just getting the win in this one, but also getting the revenge over Barrett Hayton too. But with the way it's looking right now, it doesn't seem entirely likely that Barrett Hayton will even play in that game tomorrow. In the Finland game, of course, the game that sent Canada the gold medal game, Hayton was injured in the third period. It looked like kind of an arm to wrist area injury. That looked really bad. He was really in pain and had to be helped off the ice as well. I personally would be pretty surprised if he ends up being in that Russia game, mostly because of how bad it looked. And with the info we've gotten, it doesn't exactly mean that he'll be back either in that day. And that is an interesting thing for that whole game, because Barrett Hayton is the leading scorer for Team Canada right now with 11 points, and he's tied for the most points in the entire tournament. So to say that he's a pretty big loss for Team Canada is a little bit of an understatement. But even in losing Barrett Hayton, there is still a very good chance that Canada ends up winning that game. While Russia obviously is a very good team by itself, Canada is Team Canada, and they've been really good, especially when it comes to momentum lately. Now, if you guys were on the channel for my World Junior predictions video about the whole tournament and where I thought each team would place, the group predictions were not all that great. But I ended up predicting Russia and Team Canada to face off in the gold medal game and for Team Canada to win that game. And right now, I'm looking pretty good in that prediction. Now, obviously, Canada has not won that game yet. There's a lot of foreshadowing in this statement right here. But when it comes to this final, it's one that I personally saw happening. I mean, I am wearing the Team Canada jersey, but if you guys know, I'm a Team USA fan, and it was not exactly the greatest tournament for them. But for Canada and Russia, two teams that are playing at the top of their game, it's going to be one that I don't think is going to be a blowout like the Russia-Canada game. I think it's going to be one until the very end, and I think could potentially go to overtime 100%. Now, on the other hand, for Team Russia, a big question that's been circling around them has been who they'll play in net for this game. Because they started Yaroslav Askarov, their main guy, for Team Sweden, 2020 draft prospect, and he ended up getting pulled in that game after the 4 Sweden goal. Miftanov ended up coming to the net and securing the W for them. So I'm not sure exactly who they're going to go for, but I would bet on Miftanov getting the nod for that. Yes, Askarov has been their guy technically in this tournament, but Miftanov also has played so much better, especially under pressure. And I think in a lose-lose situation, I think Russia will have to go for Miftanov in this one. And I think that is the smart decision. Askarov is young, he's 17, but he just has not been able to perform all that great in pressure in this tournament. I think Miftanov will be the guy. And if it is ending up as Miftanov, then Canada will have a much harder time scoring goals. Miftanov is a guy who is very calm and collected, and so far in his games with Russia has been very, very solid. He's a guy that has the potential to shut down a team even as good as Canada right now. And on the other side of the net, you have Joel Hofer, the Blues prospect, who's kind of just taken over the net for Team Canada. Now, before the tournament, I saw him being the starter. He wasn't the starter to start out, it was Nico Daz, but he lost his job to Joel Hofer, who has been fantastic, as I predicted in this tournament, and he will likely get the nod there. And I think he could be better than Miftanov for sure. He's had an amazing stretch of games in the past few, and has been one of Canada's best players, being named the player of the game against Finland as well. That's a goalie battle to me that I think could be very solid. I don't think this is going to be a game that ends up being like 6-5 in overtime. I think it's going to be more of a low-scoring defensive battle between two teams that are very talented and, quite frankly, very good. Personally, I wouldn't let that first Russia-Canada game fool you. I don't think there's going to be a blowout win where Canada or Russia win like 17,000-0. I really don't see that type of game happening. I see it being more of a low-scoring, potentially overtime-type game that is a defensive effort as well as some great chances. But guys like Miftnov and, of course, the other starter for Canada, being Jolhofer, shutting down the door. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring one. It'll be a low-scoring, maybe less eventful game as both of these teams try to start over. Well, Russia trying to get the momentum that they had versus Canada, and Canada trying to get some revenge for that pretty disastrous game. And I think it'll also be a close score, especially when you circle in everything, especially the play of both Canada and Russia combined. When it comes to the goal scoring, Canada is second in the tournament and Russia is third. On the power play, Canada has been much better, but Russia also has a lot more potential to score with guys like Podkolzin factoring in on that power play. You have the penalty kill, which has been pretty even between the two, Russia just being a little bit slightly better, but Canada also being pretty decent. And then you have the goal scoring, keeping away, where Canada and Russia have both been great at not allowing goals too. I think this is going to be a battle between two pretty evenly matched teams. Two teams have some amazing offensive options, some solid defensive guys as well, and two goaltenders right now that are peaking. Miftnov lesser so than of course Jolhofer, but two goalies who on their game can be fantastic. But in factoring everything when it comes to the offense, the defense, the goaltending, I think this is gonna be a pretty even match. It won't be a blowout, it'll be a low-scoring one. But I think if I had to choose a winner for this one, I would go with Team Canada. Team Russia, to me, can be a little bit inconsistent and a little bit shaky, and especially with Miftnov, who is just coming in after having the starter job taken from Askarov just a day later. I think there will be some inconsistency there. I think he'll still be good, but not as good as Jolhofer, who I think will shut the door on Russia. But this is a game that will be fantastic no matter what. Between two top teams that I think are fantastic, I'm going to go ahead and predict a 3-2 overtime win for Team Canada to secure the gold medal, just like I predicted pretty much 3 weeks ago. But even as a USA fan, I'm going to predict that Canada ends up winning this one 3-2 in overtime. For an overtime winner, I'm going to say Alexis Lafreniere because there's no other option. I mean, come on, it's Alexis Lafreniere. No explanation needed, to be honest. And in this one, I'm also going to be rooting for Team Canada as well. I don't love Canada, but I really don't like Russia all that much either, so I'm going to go for Canada in this one, and hopefully they'll make my prediction right as well. It'll be an amazing game, honestly, but if you don't freaking win this game, bro, after like the one time that I'm rooting for you, you're freaking dead to me. Get the heck out of here. But for a little bit of a bonus, I'm going to end up picking 3 players from Team Canada and Team Russia who you need to watch and look out for in this one. And when it comes to Team Russia, you have 3 main guys in my opinion. Vasili Podkolzin, who's looking to make a big impact there as well. For the defense side, I'm going to go with Igor Zamula, who I think will have a big impact. Obviously, Alexander Romanov will be the guy there, but Zamula can be very, very good and deceptive. And of course, you got Miftnov, the starting goaltender for Russia, who will likely take in the net there. He's a guy that can make or break that game for Russia. If he plays well, then I think Russia has a great chance. And if he doesn't, you'll likely see Canada win the gold medal tomorrow. And on the Team Canada side, this is really with the assumption that Barrett Hayton is not playing, because if he's playing, man, there is so many storylines with that. But for the first player you need to watch on Team Canada, I would select Alexis Lafreniere. Obviously, in the games he's played thus far, he's been freaking fantastic, and I would see him continuing in the game versus Russia. Obviously, the offensive skills are apparent. He's a pretty good player at hockey, last time I checked. For the next player you need to watch, in my opinion, on Team Canada, there's a few guys here that I went between, like Ty Smith on that defense, but in my opinion, a guy who will be super interesting here will be Joe Veleno, a guy who in that Finnish game wasn't amazing, but he had some great chances and just overall was not as good as he needed to be. In this Russia game, I think he has a big opportunity to step up, especially if Barrett Hayton is out of the game, and that's a guy that could potentially be slotted with Alexis Lafreniere too. And of course, you got Jolhofer, Blues prospect, likely the starter for Team Canada. If Team Canada is going to win, just like Miftnov, Jolhofer needs to be fantastic, and in this next game, I think he will be that. But of course, with this World Junior preview and predictions, I need to hear y'all's thoughts down those comments down below. Let me know what you think about this whole golden medal game. Who do you think will end up winning this one between Russia and Team Canada? But if y'all want some more Grav videos just like this one, I would suggest you click on this playlist right here to watch all of my World Juniors videos from top to bottom, all in one place. But that'll be it for today, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell if you haven't already. Comment down below your thoughts on this gold medal game between Russia and Team Canada. Let me know who you think will win this one as well. Share this video with your friends if you haven't. Get the preview and the predictions out there, boys, because Canada-Russia golden medal game is almost here. My name is Nathan, and I'll see you all next video or stream. Goodbye.